Right, the next piece of armour that I'm going to talk about is actually the abdomen and cod piece of the armour. This part of the armour gave me some of the most problems of all of making the armour. One was because I was having problems printing out the blueprints for it, and when I did print them out, the sizing just seemed to be totally weird for my body type. So instead of trying to resize everything, I decided to design it all by myself, which worked out a lot better. And I do advise anybody who's deciding to make clone armour to make it out of cardboard first, get it perfect, and then start making it out of whatever material you're going to be. Either it's going to be a type of hobby plastic or hobby foam. The actual abdomen armour comes in three parts. The first part is actually the back part. This is the butt plate and your lower back. This is all one piece. Now when I say one piece, it's made up of several parts put together, but it's all connected together. Then using fasteners and tape, it comes into different sections. Okay, so this is actually your cod piece, and then this is actually your belly armour. With the belly armour, what I did was I cut out the piece, made two layers, and then stuck another piece behind, and that gave us a slight recess around before I drilled the holes in. Again, you can see more clearly how I actually put the back part together. The panel down here, two side panels, a panel running up the back, and then two more pieces on the side. This is held up fairly well. Putting the sponge, or should I say the rubberized padding at the back here, helped a lot with the strength and the stiffness of the butt plate. I didn't actually sit down in the suit because I was too afraid that it might actually crack, because some of this has started cracking. From opening and closing, I got a crack here on this part. I had problems with the press studs. They went on fine originally, and then they started falling apart and coming off again, so I ended up gluing them into place. The same with the actual belly part. I ended up having a crack form across here. Didn't actually break through the actual plastic, but a crack did appear from using the press stud all the time, so I had to reinforce those parts. So anybody who's designing anything like this, for me, this is the first time I've done anything like this, so I'm learning by my own mistakes, and I'm sure lots of people out there will tell me, God, that was stupid, you should have done it in the first place. Reinforce behind your studs with other pieces of plastic just to give it that firmness. I'll know this myself for next time. With the actual butt plate, the same thing happened. I had a crack form up here on it, but the rest of it seemed to hold it pretty well, and I had another crack then come across here. Now this crack and the other crack, what had actually happened was, while taking it on and off, I actually dropped it, and when it landed, the stress put a crack straight through it. So this is actually pretty rigid. Putting these lips on the inside worked very well. Now the only big downside I had with the cod piece was that this part I found out was sticking out too wide. This should be narrower, which, as I said, this is a learning curve for me. This type of armour is very different to Stormtrooper armour because it's more concealing, and what ended up happening was these side parts ended up digging into my thighs, the inside of my thighs, and giving me welts, and made it very uncomfortable to walk in. So this will have to be modified before I can wear this armour again. Otherwise there's no way that you can spend a long time in it. It gets very, very painful. Yes, I added foam inside here again to give it more strength. My idea behind this, and it worked very well, was that if it does crack and break, that the foam would hold it together long enough for me to finish whatever I was doing and until I can repair it. And that's exactly what it did. Any cracks that I had in any parts of the armour with this foam behind it, actually the foam saved it, so that was a good piece. That's all for the codpiece.